Hey guys, it's Alex, and today I'm going to be talking about Star Wars The Force Awakens. I saw the movie on Saturday in IMAX with my mom, dad, and my brother, and I got so emotional watching it because seeing Star Wars in IMAX was amazing. J.J. Abrams did such a phenomenal job with it. Star Wars could not be in any better hands than Disney. They really are giving the fans what they deserve after all these years. My boyfriend and I absolutely loved the movie, and we have recently been discussing a lot about our thoughts, theories lately, so I wanted to make a video. Obviously, this video will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the film already, you have been warned. So I want to talk about the new antagonist of this new trilogy. I'll start with Supreme Leader Snoke. It's really interesting we know as much about him as we did going to see the movie, but it also gave us some light to whether he could be Darth Plagueis. In Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, there is a scene with Palpatine telling Anakin about the Sith legend of Darth Plagueis. Palpatine refers to him as the Wise. And it's interesting because there's a line Kylo says to Han Solo in The Force Awakens during one of the most shocking scenes in the whole movie, and he says that the Supreme Leader is wise. Considering that this happens during one of the most important scenes of the entire movie, it just seems relevant. Here's something to note about the music of the scene with Palpatine and Anakin. Snoke's theme from The Force Awakens sounds fairly similar to the music that plays during the opera as Palpatine begins to talk about Plagueis. Palpatine states that Plagueis was able to use the Force to influence the midichlorians and create life. There is a possibility that Plagueis could have revived himself after Palpatine mentioned his apprentice, meaning him, killed him in his sleep. It is said that Andy Serkins that Snoke is very knowledgeable of the dark side and vulnerable. So for sure Plagueis would have ended up vulnerable after nearly being killed by Palpatine. He has the scars to prove it. His face is quite deformed. So after being weakened, he couldn't regain his full strength to confront Palpatine, so he could have easily hidden in the shadows in the galaxy until the Empire was defeated, and he could then start to rule the First Order. To add to this theory, people throughout the galaxy may not know him as Darth Sidious that much. The same thing could be said about Supreme Leader Snoke, secretly being Darth Plagueis to cover his identity. Now, my boyfriend and I really think this idea could be legit as it connects with the trilogies very well. We don't know if these links were intentional or just pure coincidence, but I guess we'll find out as the movies go on in 8 and 9. It is so exciting to think about. There's just such mystery surrounding these films, and they leave you with so many questions unanswered, and I love that. Sadly, the old Star Wars expanded universe is no longer canon, but this does not affect anything that has been shown to us of Supreme Leader Snoke and his connections with Darth Plagueis' character. We also believe Rey could be Luke Skywalker's daughter, as she is very Force sensitive and was able to confront Kylo Ren at the end of the movie using Anakin's lightsaber, the one Luke lost during the duel with Darth Vader on Cloud City in The Empire Strikes Back. In terms of storytelling perspective, it would make sense Kylo Ren killing all of the Jedi Luke Skywalker had been training, and then have Luke going out of his way to hide his daughter in Jakku. As a result of Ben Solo becoming evil, Kylo Ren is definitely the one who set pretty much everything in motion for this new trilogy, choosing the dark side path of his grandfather Darth Vader. When he turned to the dark side, this gave the First Order the push they needed to put the Empire back into place again. Supreme Leader Snoke definitely saw the potential in him, and he became very powerful with the Force. His conflict set up his test of killing Han Solo. It seems like Kylo Ren did something Darth Vader couldn't have the strength to do by killing his own father, and chose the light and basically destroyed the Empire himself. And that was all during Vader and Luke having spent more time together and learning about each other. Luke saw right through him, but Vader still had the conflict within him. It was the first time in probably years Kylo Ren and Han Solo had seen each other face to face, and Kylo has this line where he says, "I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it." Han responds, "I will help you with anything." So he ignites his lightsaber, which impels him straight through the chest, and he responds, "Thank you." This was the most shocking and most emotional scene for us and every other Star Wars fan out there. At this point, it's hard to see Kylo redeemable from the dark side, and my boyfriend and I really hope Kylo comes back more like Darth Vader in terms of being much more skilled and much stronger with his emotions. Since he wouldn't be as conflicted anymore, there's still a chance Leia could help him, but we don't know. Because he is now scarred, it would be possible that he could have a grudge on Rey and try to take back the lightsaber that once belonged to Anakin. My boyfriend is a really big fan of Kylo Ren, and he's going to be spending a lot of time putting together an amazing replica costume of him. There's a possibility that Snoke would have manipulated Kylo Ren to say your parents lied to you, and that Darth Vader was destroyed by Luke Skywalker along with the Emperor and the Empire. He destroyed their chance of running the galaxy. He's the last Jedi, and we will destroy the New Republic and bring order back into the galaxy. Now for my favorite character, Captain Phasma! I was a little bit disappointed we didn't get to see her in action more, but that didn't stop me from loving her because we were reminded of Boba Fett from the original trilogy. My boyfriend reminded me that we didn't get to see her leading the stormtroopers outside Maz Kanata's castle. It would have been amazing to see her hunting for Finn while Kylo was hunting BB-8 and Rey in the forest. Kathy Kennedy stated that Phasma will return for episode 8 along with Kylo Ren and General Hux, which is badass. I'm so happy and I can't wait to see her back, and I hope she has more epic scenes. I love Gwendolyn Christie, she's amazing. The trash compactor scene was hilarious, and the look Phasma gives when Han Solo and Finn are threatening her to go in there. I'm glad that they included humor in this movie, and I'm glad that they didn't include too much of it, just the good amount, good amount of humor. I like that. I love that we didn't see any of the villains die on screen. Snoke says to General Hux, leave the base and bring Kylo Ren to him so he can complete his training. The lightsaber duels were amazing. They felt more realistic and grounded to the way that they were performed. They really felt aggressive. Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and Jan Boyega did a fantastic job. It was so awesome when Kylo started beating his wound he got from Chewie's bowcaster earlier on, just to boost his strength and use his anger to ease the pain. It was really interesting to see something like that in a Star Wars film, and it added a lot to the overall originality of Kylo's character. He is extremely powerful with the Force and tougher than Finn and Rey, but he's unrefined, which his character will be later on in episode 8, and lead to more skilled and amazing lightsaber battles. We're sure of it. He wants to become more like Vader, and he wants to become more powerful than he ever was. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked our thoughts and theories on Star Wars The Force Awakens. If you love Star Wars as much as I do, make sure to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. You will click on the subscribe button. And until next time, may the Force be with you.